All right. Okay, we're back with something else today. Today we're not going to continue the DSPy project. Instead, we're going to do our second favorite thing. Well, probably our favorite thing, which is harping on UV and how nice it is. And what I'd like to do is today is to I have this project that I used to work, let's see, back in grad school on, and I'd like to port this to UV. It's kind of old code, but it has sort of the old style of doing things, which is like really old style. Again, if you're in 2026 and you're still doing pip install requirements, then this is pretty bad, right? Like there's so many packages here. So then we want to bring this to a, let's see, what is a modern Python package structure? Something like this, right? Which is from the official doc. So first we want to repackage the code, the files themselves. Then also we need a PyProject toml, and we're not gonna do, I don't want to do any functional coding today, so we're not gonna have tests, but definitely need a PyProject toml. And then and of course we need a build system. UV build is actually, oh interesting, it's officially recommended by Python now, very good. So yeah, we're gonna populate this file with UV. We're gonna move away from the requirements. And the nice thing is this code today probably doesn't even run on Windows. I kind of doubt that, honestly. But then with UV it should. That's the really nice thing, right? So there's PyTorch here. My point being that we can actually try to run this code because I do have a GPU and I'm on Windows. And of course we're gonna have to PR this and also change the README a bit because the instructions are, yeah, they're dated. They sort of talk about this, let me see here. So the instructions talk about, you know, pip install, how to manually create environments by hand. And again, you have to deal with, like, what the heck is this? Python 3.10, 3.11, 3.12. This is gonna go wrong if you try to install these on Windows. Even on Linux, it's gonna become so confusing because you have subversions too, right? But then UV takes care of everything for us, right? UV manages its own Python installs. Which is nice. UV manages its own Python installs, so yeah, let's do it. So now I'm gonna need a bit of primer because let's see, UV init. This is the, all right, so basically we're gonna have to create the project. Let's check out the code first. So let me do, let me take the SSH link and go to my terminal here, and we're gonna move outside of this DSPy project and we can do git clone. And this should be fine, okay? And let's open this folder now in Visual Studio. Core-based channels. Oh yeah, the other thing I want to do is because UV comes with rough. Oh yeah, I forgot, very important. We got to reformat the code because it's really bad. Like the coding style, this is me in grad school, like almost, no, 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago. And this is pretty wild. I'm ashamed of how I used to, I didn't know much about Python formatting back then, so there's a bunch of, you know, interestingly, I come from MATLAB, which I don't even think has like linting or whatever, but I always prefer this style of, you know, aligning the equal symbols, the equal signs. It's kind of looks pleasing, but this is like disaster for any linter, right? This is not how you're supposed to write modern clean Python code. There's also an extra space here. God knows why. Comments. Yeah, aligning equal signs. Oh yeah, and the other thing is new lines are just arbitrary. Like wherever I felt like adding a new line, I usually added a new line, and that's it. Like after 2 arguments. Sometime like this. Oh yeah, unindented parentheses. So we're gonna have to fix all of this. But then we know with UV, there's an if false here. With UV, it's just UVX rough format, which is the least of our worries, right? There's actually MATLAB code here. Oh, interesting. Now, let's fall into the rabbit hole a bit. Is there a linter for MATLAB code? MATLAB? Linter for MATLAB? mlint, not recommended. mlint, code analyzer. No, but I don't want to... What? Oh, a formatter. My bad. Sorry, not linter. Smart indent. I think this is the style that I use then, because God knows what this does. I don't have MATLAB, so I wonder if there's any of these. Oh, Visual Studio Code. You can use the MATLAB formatter extension. Spacing round operators. This is different than Python conventions, right? The ability to add new lines after relics. I'm kind of tempted to install this. But anyways, let's not go into the rabbit hole yet. So is it worth doing a diagram here? Yeah, let's do one for fun. We like diagrams, right? Yeah. So the way it works today is, so we have this project called, where's my shape? We have this project called score-based channels, okay? And, oh no, this is not good, hang on. So this project has a requirements.txt, and it has system Python, and it has loose.py files, which is basically a disaster, right? This is not how a clean or professional looking Python project should look like, because, well, there's a lot of wrong things here, right? You're not supposed to depend on system Python. I see these are different things now. Can I group them? I can. What we'd like to do is we'd like to move this to, let's say, a more modular version. So we need a PyProject.toml. We also have a uv.lock file, which sort of is given by this, but it's a much stronger version. Like this one will lock packages to, it will resolve all dependencies and will lock all package versions to, oh, I know what's happening here, to exactly what they need to be. Now governing this, somebody will have to install UV, so there's no way around this, right? But you just have to install system UV now instead of system Python. And this thing installs Python by itself. Then we're gonna have src/score. We're gonna have to figure out the name. Score-based channels. well, we're gonna have src/.py. Okay, whatever the name is, let's call it name. And this one is also tied to PyProject TOML. Or is it not? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's supposed to be, yeah, because if you call example package your username, then you're also supposed to call the folder in src example package your username, right? And even more, there's also an, I guess there's also an init py here. So src. Which we saw this, by the way, in the we saw this in the SPy project, because we need this to be a proper module, right? So then this depends on this. What else do we need? And there's a uv run command. Oh yeah, like to run stuff today, we use Python for running. So we also want to uv run and readme. Oh yes, and formatting, of course. So there's also a uvx rough format, very easy, which talks to these guys. Formatting is gonna be wild because the, like I was harping on earlier, then and then the lock also informs the run, because you don't actually need to. Another thing about UV is you don't need to create environments or install environments. Just type UV run, okay, your script.py or UV run -m name.module, and that's it. You're done. It automatically installs the environment from the UV log file, which itself is given by the PyProject TOML, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so we want to move from this to something from the left side to the right side. Modern Python packaging. Okay, so this is it. So we have to do work on all these things. So I think the most important one is let's initialize the project. And I think because there's nothing in here, forget about the MATLAB for a bit. Let's see. Terminal, new terminal. Can I zoom? Okay. I think I can do UV init. Let's see what happens. Okay, yes, I can do UV init. So what it does is it pins a Python version. Oh yeah, we're also gonna have to, okay, and it creates score-based channels. Description. Requires Python. Now, one thing I don't like is that I usually prefer to pin this stronger, okay? Dependencies I usually separate with one line. Okay, description. Let's take the description from the website, which says, what does it say? MyML channel estimation using score-based diffusion generative models. Today we're not doing any functional code development. Okay. Now instantly I can do UVX rough format, and this is gonna drastically change how my project looks like. Before I do that, I forgot. Let me check out the branch. So, modern packaging. Okay, so we're on a branch called modern pack because I'm gonna PR this to myself. So we're on 314. Now we need to start porting the requirements. This is actually the tricky part. It is not that easy. Now, here's the other thing with UV though. You don't have to, you can, if you're in 2026 and you still want to use habits from 2020, you can still use pip and requirements file, but just fry it in your brain to just do uv pip install -r requirements.txt. I'm very curious if this will work. Oh, okay. So if you do it the manual way, you also have to create the VNV the manual way, which kind of mimics the instructions I had here, because I said cd, create the env, activate it, and run install requirements. Actually, UV takes care of the third step by itself. So then first let's create the UV VNV -- python is 312. I always forget this. Python equals 312. Okay. Now, here's the nice thing. I did not have Python 312 installed on this computer. But UV didn't care because it just installed it by itself, and that's it. Right? Otherwise, installing Python on Windows would have taken you 5 hours, and you would have probably thrown your computer out the window. Because I already have Python 3.14, but now I magically also have 3.12. Now it's yelling about the PyProject toml, but we'll ignore that for now. So now it's telling me I can activate it, but I'm gonna do something else. I'm just gonna run uv pip install. So I can't do pip install, right? Because there is no, okay, so let's do it this way. I have no pip. There is no pip on this computer, because there is no Python on this computer. UV manages everything. So the only trade-off you have to do is just fry it in your brain to just run UV pip as if it was pip, and then that's it. So the old way of doing things, let's try it for fun. Okay, there we go. See, we have a problem now. Because I didn't use UV to add this dip. So my project doesn't work on Windows. And that's it, I'm stuck because I'm not using modern packaging. So let's also try to, okay, so now what is the most important thing that we need here? We need PyTorch for GPU. Now this is also an ancient version of PyTorch. So let me do it this way then. What I do usually is I go to install PyTorch. Let me check the official install instructions for Windows with GPUs, because it says something like this. So I want Windows, pip, yes, pip, Python, CUDA, whatever. So if I preface this with UV, this is gonna work, but I want to add it. So we'll just do, now, UV has a special section on PyTorch because it's so popular for AI. So I need CUDA. Let's do 12.8 for backwards compatibility. Well, I guess 11.8 is, no, let's do 11.8 for, because my project uses, it actually uses 11.8. Well, yes, it does use 11.8. Okay, good. So then what we want to do is, okay, so we recommend, it does get a bit hairy, but UV is, so then what they say is, PyTorch doesn't publish CUDA builds for example, you might use CPU builds on Windows. So is there anything Windows specific here? Can I not use GPU on Windows? But I want to use CUDA build on, yikes. The problem is if I can't do this. So first let's add torch then, okay? So the first step would be to do UV add torch. What torch do I have here? 231. Oh, I see, I can't do Python 3, okay. This is why I have Python 3.12. Okay, fine, so we'll stick to Python 3.12. Now, actually, can I just do UV init Python? Is 3.12? No, because it already exists. Well, I'm just gonna remove PyProject Tomo. There we go. So it initialize this. Yeah, I don't like this thing. I want exactly 312. I lost the description. I should not have done that actually, but anyways. I lost the description, which is the title. Okay, whatever. Now, let's try again. So UV add torch 231, we said, right? Good, it found something. Perfect. So this exists for, but wait, is it for GPU or for CPU? I think this is for CPU. So then we go to the other UV instructions, which tell us how to do it for GPU. There we go, because we want the 11.8. Right? So while this guy is finishing here, we may, I don't even know if GPU works. Okay, everything worked, but let's add the magic. PyTorch cool. So how does it know to, so if I do UV sync, oh, that doesn't do anything. How do I tell it to, oh, here it is. Tool UV sources, duh, obviously. So I need to specify a source. Let's skip Torch Vision. Okay, so PyTorch Q11.8. So this should be fine. Okay, there we go. 231 plus Q11.8. Perfect. So we have a horrendous download speed, which is kind of speeding up. But we have PyTorch on Windows. That means I can actually run my code, which was not possible with pip on Windows. What I need to do now, what we need to do is to cherry pick some of these. The problem with requirements.txt is that it also drags all the transitive dependencies, which is really bad. So I think if I look at this, like for example, this environment already has, you know, like SymPy in it. You don't need to specify it in clear like we do here, or typing extensions or whatever. So the other advantage of UV and PyProject Tomo modern packaging is that, there we go. So we have PyTorch with GPUs. As I was saying, the other advantage is that it allows you to keep a more minimal set of requirements. So what else do we see from here? Dot map. I remember this one. Let's pin it first to 1330. There we go. We added dot map. What else? HDF5 storage. I remember this one too. Now here I'm cheating because I know what this code does. And again, we're not going to spend time today. Oh, this drags NumPy with it too. Okay. Interesting. We updated to NumPy 2. Matplotlib, I see it, is another big one. And let's try to pin it down like it is here. Okay. NumPy we brought in. Pandas, I see it. So pandas 222. Oh. Oh, sorry, equals. Oh, I got scared for a bit. What else do we need to bring in? Pillow. Now to check if something is there, again, just do UV pip. Oh, pillow is already there, okay. Scikit-learn. Yes, it's not there. Why the heck do I even need this? Scikit-learn SciPy. Oh, TQDM. UV pip list. TQDM is not there. Okay, UV add TQDM. 466.5. Okay, and now every time you do UV add and it works, it's already synced. So it's already synced and locked. So we're trying to run this. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Okay, so the goal is to, let's try to run this. Now there's some project specific data, unfortunately, which I have to do. So what the heck do I need to run this? Oh, I see. So I need to make a directory data and I need to CURL these things. Do I have CURL in this Windows PowerShell? I actually do have CURL. Whoops. Okay, good. So I need to make directory data. And let me just, whoops, sorry. Let's see if I try to paste this command. This should work. Okay, if I just open this link, is it gonna download it? Because I don't know how else to. Yes, it will. Okay, good. So I need this file. I also need this file. That's because this is how we did it at the time. Again, I don't want to change any functional stuff today. I just want to move the project over to UV and PyProject TOML. Let's see what is happening here. Oh, there's a big file and a small file. Come on. 1.5 GB, I think that's it. Okay. So then I have to take these two files and I have to paste them in. Hang on, let me see. I have to take the two files and I have to paste them in. Where the heck am I here? Score base data. Okay, so they're magically there. Then what do I need to do to run the project? That's it, train score. That's it. After downloading the example data, the diffusion model can return running train score. Okay, so now the moment of truth. If I now run, so my job now is to, again, there is no more Python with UV. Okay, so in pre-2020 world, you do Python script.py. Boring. Okay, you're not supposed to do this. With UV, Python is just UV run. You can also say UV run Python script.py. So let's try this directly. UV run train score.py. And if I miss the package from the requirements, it'll yell. Okay, so I missed dist utils. Interesting. What dist utils did I have here? Oh no. Oh no. Is this a Windows thing? Oh no. So which package doesn't work? HDF5 storage. Oh, because I'm loading MATLAB files, aren't I? I can do this blind, it's fine, but I don't want to. I actually wanted to run this code on Windows too. So again, UV run, I'm not gonna UV run train score py. Which import doesn't work? It's HDF5 storage. So let's drop in Python then. Can I import Torch? That's a big question. Yes, I can. Do I have torch.cuda? Yes, I have. Do I have visible devices? How do I see the devices in PyTorch? I want to see if it actually sees my GPU. GPUs in PyTorch. It really should. Torch CUDA is available. So this should really hit now. Yep, okay, so there's no GPU problems. We solved that, but Okay, so we need dist utils Python 3 12 Windows. Ay, ay, ay. Oh no, I forgot the build system. Ah, I'm so dumb. Okay, where's the build system? Here we go. UV takes care of this too, I think. So we go in PyProject Tomo, we have the build system, and all our problems are magically solved. UV run train score.py. Yep, they yes, they. Aha, good, perfect, they are. Okay. Now I can't run a script though. It's okay, so then I have to do, I believe if I do UV run Python train score, no. So the UV backend wants it to be an SRC. Can I just run a loose script though? UV run Python script. I believe there is a without package or something. I mean, we might as well do the structure, but anyways, I think there's an argument which tells it just run the script. Don't mess around. Oh, here it is. No. Come on. I gotta look active, all extras, all groups. There's like no extras or something, right? Or no group or no project. I think it's no project. Extra. Find links, for strategy, frozen, run without updating, group, GUI, index, isolated, no, link, locked, managed. Of course we want manage, no binary package, no build, don't. Is it no build? No binary, no cache, no config. It's no. No index, no manage Python, no progress, no project. Yes, no project. If a virtual environment is found, it will be used as if there was no project. Yes, this is what we want. No project or no workspace. So then I can finally run my code with UV run -- no project train score. Oh no. Aha. Package resources. Aha, I missed this. I'm so dumb. Hang on. So what, can I not do like UV add package resources? Ay, 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 ay. Does HDF5 storage not work with Python 3.12? Is that what's happening here? Because if I do, oh my god, I think it is. So that means my GitHub is wrong. Okay, so here's how I change the Python version. I just do UV sync and it magically handles everything. Okay. Yeah, we know this. Let me lock this. Okay. So what if I try to run again now? I don't understand. Where did my numpy go? Well, I can't. Okay, so I need to make dir src. Let's just make this then. Score-based channels. Okay. And then in src score-based channels, we're gonna write the new file, which will be called init.py. There, now you should be fine. So if I switch back to 3.11, Yeah, it's gonna re-download all the wheels for 311, which is fine. Now UV is very cache heavy, so it sucks up a lot of gigabytes, but that's fine. I think my repo is wrong then. Like, I think this stupid HDF5 storage doesn't even work on Python 3.12 if I were to guess. Maybe, I may be wrong though, because I kind of remember testing. Okay, so we have everything, and I can try again. UV run that no project train score. We're moving. Aha, okay. So I need a smaller numpy. Is it still because of HDF? Yeah, it's still because of HDF5 storage. Wow. So then I'll just pin the numpy we have here just for backwards compatibility, which is 1. So I do UV add 126.3, and it's gonna automatically overwrite and resync everything. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, there we go. And finally, I'm very close now. Yeah, it is because now let's see if this HDF5 storage are there newer versions of it? Pi 0. There's a 022. Oh, okay, so they did have a major update. Okay, for now, let's keep it like this, because backwards compatibility. Okay, there we go. Amazing. The code runs, and we only installed the minimal set of requirements. Now, what the heck is this? Oh, is it because oh my god, I'm doing multi-threaded data loading, right? Yeah, there's a bunch of gimmicks on Windows, but the point is this code actually runs. Again, we're not gonna fix the code, because I kind of don't want to change it. Where's the data loader here? Does it have a threads? I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. Shuffle num workers 0. There it is. Config training num workers, which is what? Config training num workers 4. Yeah, this is not good. Because I'm guessing Python multi-threading is busted in Windows, which sounds about right. So I guess we can do a 1 here. We really need to use Hydra, by the way, but some other time. Again, if I try to run single threaded now. Oh wait, is this a single GPU? args.gpu. Yes, the GPU is 0. I have to listen if my GPU is running. It's not yet, it's still in the data loading phase, come on. Same error, really? Train score? Now, how do I make sure these thingies don't... Well, this is kind of a bummer. Let's see what is happening here. I wonder. Channels. Is it the num 0? The 0 workers? Ah, should I put 0 then? I forgot what the PyTorch syntax is. num workers. 0. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Because I can't do, okay. It's gotta be this, because I can't do any sub-processes at all on Windows, apparently. For reasons we're not about to discuss or debug. Okay, the other thing is this environment is stale here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's actually running on my GPU. Wow, pretty amazing. This is the first time basically I run this code on GPU and it wasn't working before, but because of UV, everything works. Good. There we go. So the code, we're not gonna do any other functional changes, just this one. We need this for Windows. It does kill a bit of the efficiency, but it's fine. Okay, so then we're ready now. So now we know we can move. Do I have MV here? I do have MV here. So I can move train score, just score, to SRC, score-based channels, train score. Now the thing is, I have a bunch of, stuff here. Do I move all the files? Or do I just try to run them one by one? No. I know some other files may have some other requirements, and there's really no way to tell other than dot map we have, loaders. I think we're good. I think these are the files. Yeah, so let's just take all the... there's the main.py which UV created for us. We don't need this. I guess we're gonna have to move all this stuff then. License is fine. Yeah, we're gonna have to move all the files in source. Now this code itself is pretty bad because it's not modular at all. Okay, so we moved everything. It's gonna break the path though, won't it? Yes, it will. Okay, so we're gonna have to fiddle a bit with the path, so... Oh, and it's gonna break all the relative imports. So from dot loaders, okay. And where do we see data? Nowhere. So what do I train this LDAMP on? I must load the data somewhere. Oh, I see, from loaders channels. Oh, here it is. So it's not data anymore. It's not dot data, it's up data. Right, up data. Okay, not the worst change. Well, at least this part was modular, so my code wasn't that bad as a PhD student. So from dot loaders, I don't care about the format because I'm gonna nuke everything with rough anyways. Any mentions to data here? There's the models. Dot models, okay. Make dears exist okay is true. Do I have this models in the repo? I do not. Which is good. It should not be there. So we can nuke this. We also don't want to push the data. We gotta be careful there. Oh, there's some PyCache here. NCSN. Oh, wait. What about NCSN v2? Ay. Oh, no. Is this how imports work in Python? Okay, so here's how we test it then. So UV run -m. Because I run a module now, score-based channels. Dot train score. Is it not up data? Oh, I'm so dumb actually, because this is the root folder, my bad. You know what? This works like this. Oh, yes, right? It wants to find it there. Again. Which is good. There's no path issues. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Everything works. Good. Well, I think this is it then. We basically packaged the whole thing. So now we can... Now what am I supposed to do? So am I supposed to try all these things? I guess I have to try them, right? So let's try... Now I have 3 trains. Score. Let's try LDAMP. Basic models. So aux models. Okay. So from dot. Okay. Right? Why is this yelling? Yeah, dot basic models. This is fine. Oh, sorry. Oh, I can't do this. This is not valid Python. Relative imports cannot be used or used from dot. Oh, I see. So from dot import basic models as B. Okay. Loaders should be fine. Dot loaders plot numpy maplet is fine. OS is fine. LDMP. Here it is. Dot ML. Oh, even my name is here. Interesting. We'll clean this up. Dot loaders. Dot. Oh, again. From dot import. Okay. Dot from dot import from dot. And I think we're done now. So now what do? UV run train LDAMP just to see if it works. It does work. I don't remember what this... Why would LDAMP say that the model has... Oh no, this is a model, yeah. Oh, again, I see the... My bad. We have real big issues with these workers. Data loader, num workers 2. It's gotta be 0. Can I actually determine the platform? Determine OS, Windows versus Linux, Python. OS name. POSIX. Okay, so then I can do something kind of dumb, but if I can do if OS name POSIX else 0. There we go. So now we have multi-threading too. I mean, we have it back on Linux. So then I can do train LDAMP because this should hit false. Yep, it actually works. Train MSE is going down. That's good. You want the training loss to go down, as we know. But again, we're not doing functional stuff today. So train score, where was num workers? Here we go. Back to 4 it was. WGAN, I guess another thingy we had here. Is there num workers? Yes, it's a hard-coded 2. Nice. Okay, we can do the same thing. So 2 if POS6. We can also run the WGAN just by fun. So score-based channels dot train underscore WGAN. This should also work. Does it have an arg? Oh, there's a problem here. CUDA device. Okay, well this should be a 0. Not the third GPU. Now my question, where the heck does it try to, what does it try to do? Channels. Am I missing a name? Loaders, line 29. Data, target channel, config data channel. Yeah, I'm probably missing config data CDLC. This is a functional bug, which I'll just fix. Why? No such file. Data CDLC NT64 NR16. Oh, ULA 05. No, 01. Oh, here it is. Spacing list 05. And the only outlier is, sorry, not new file. Whoops. What is this sample data iter next? Single process data loader has no attribute next. I know what's happening here now. This doesn't work like this. What is data iter? Is it? It's gotta be next of data iter. I'll bet you it's that. I'm not even sure what. This code must not, well, must not have ever worked properly, which is not good. But that's fine. We're fixing it now. Again, the goal is not really to fix the functional code, but just a one-off. I'm pretty sure this has to be next data iter, right? So data iter is a proper iterable. Yeah, next. So torch utils data. Now here's the trick. We can debug this class, right? So torch utils data loader single process data loader iter. Yeah, self number worker 0. This is the one. So what methods do I have here? Oh, next data? What? I'm not supposed to use that though, right? So I don't have a next method? Next. Has no attribute next. Is this a bug? Is it something weird? Hang on, maybe it is something weird. So if I, where do I have the breakpoint? It must have a next. Yeah, there's a bunch of weird stuff here. This has to be, oh, this is like WGAN codes, like from, oh man, this code is like 10 years old, probably. Yeah, I don't think there's any fixing this. I think this is good. Yeah, this was the fix, I'm pretty sure. I'm also pretty sure next is a special keyword in the Python debugger, and that's why it's what's causing weird behavior. Do I have TQDMs here? I do not have TQDMs here. Well, we have to do the old school, listen to the GPU. I think it's working. Yep, there it is. Okay, good. So everything works. Okay, we're done now. There's one more thingy though, because there's a MATLAB file which somehow escaped. Yeah, somebody put this. This actually has the right path because it's updata. Whatever. Yeah, somebody forgot this here. Okay, so we can delete all this. We can delete the data we won't delete, but we gotta remember not to add. Okay, so we're ready. So we did a ton of rework now. Ay. Oh yeah, another thing. Very important. Git ignore. Modern, you know how it is. Modern software also uses this. So we're gonna have to ignore a bunch of stuff. Actually, we can crib from the. We can crib from our streaming DSPy project because this git ignore is pretty useful. Yeah, let me just take all of it. Right, because we want to ignore PyCache, C, we want to ignore the environment. We don't need DSPy helpers or AI outputs. This one is special. At least it's something, yeah? Good. So we want to ignore how do I save models? We want to ignore also those files. Oh, .pt files. Yeah, I think we should ignore these, right? Star.pt. Okay. Anything else that the modern Python project needs? License, README. We're gonna have to change the README significantly. So let's change the README significantly. Now let's see, the paper link doesn't change. Requirements. Okay, so requirements. We strongly recommend using UV. Now the thing is, there is another way. So that's the nice thing. So okay, let's clean the cache. Let's also delete the env folder, right? As if nothing ever happened. There is a non-UV way to use it, but I actually can't even do it because I don't have pip. So rm rf vnv. Oh, sorry, rmf. Okay. Well, what the heck? Yeah, yes to all. Okay. Okay, so we wiped all the environment now. I believe the other way is to do uv pip install dot. Right, so there's a manual way where you create the environment, okay, and then you do uv pip install dot. There we go. Okay, so if somebody was using pip, they can still do pip install dot, because pip knows, again, nobody has been using requirements for like tens of years now. Everybody's using PyProject, right? So pip knows about PyProject too. There's nothing new here. This is like 10 years old or whatever, thousands of years old already. So then pip, you can also use this with pip. Just, it's not pip install PyProject toml like it was requirements. It's just pip install dot, like here, this folder, and automatically discovers the PyProject toml and these dependencies, and it still works. So we want to write this in the README, right? We strongly recommend for Python and dependency management. Install UV using the official instructions. UV. I think Control Shift V shows me, yeah. using legacy pip. So using legacy pip, frontend dependency management. This will also make the code work on Windows. Only work on Ubuntu. Because you want to entice people, right? You want to tell them, hey, you want to run this on Windows. So install UV, we need a hyperlink to the instructions. Install UV. Okay. Okay, let's make this called getting started. So we want to cd and you want to do Python 3.11. Okay, and then pip install dot. Somebody's keen on using okay, so we refactored the instructions. Then the data is fine. Or, so let's see. If not using UV, not recommended. If using UV, strongly recommended. Or if not using UV. Okay, so we're gonna do the same everywhere. Same thing. Can be trained by running. Actually, let me make this bash here. So cd, whoops, where the heck am I? Source, pip install. Okay, bash. bash. Okay, so again, this thing. So if using UV, strongly recommended, or if not using UV. If not using UV. So this will be UV run. Test score. What else? Channel extension, blah, blah, blah. This is all fine. Bash again. By running if, again, this whole thing, if using UV strong recommended, or the same thing, not using UV, so UV run. Okay. Wait, I have to change. Oh my god, hang on. Sorry, I have to change them to modules now. Dash M score based channels dot train score Python dash M score based channels dot. Is this how it works? The dash becomes an underscore? Or am I tripping here? I guess it does. Yeah. Oh, I see. No, the file name is actually underscored. Okay. Is this a thing? I think I see. So interesting. The build system must know this then, because otherwise there is a mismatch. But I guess that's how. Okay, so again, yeah, forgot we're dealing with modules now. Because that's the modern way to use Python. So UV run dash M score base channels dot Python dash M score base channels dot. Okay, we're done. Okay, so the README looks in a certain way. Where the heck is this image now? What happened here? So main figures. I guess it doesn't know how to render it. Okay, so we're done now. All right, so now we can finally start doing the Git. Yikes, we have a lot of stuff to do now. So Git add README. Improved README. Now we need to add PyProject and UV lock, and we need to remove requirements. Requirements.txt. So modern packaging. Git add src everything. Well, not quite everything, I hope. Yeah, because we ignored the. Okay, this is fine. Now we need to remove aux. Unfortunately, I deleted the files, and there's actually no nice way. So I lost autocomplete. But I don't mind. Let's see, test.py. Okay, this works. Train underscore.py. Py. Okay, what else do we have? Git rm test gmamp.m, but we also want to add matlab test emgmp.m. Okay, so this guy got moved, renamed. And tune.py. Oh yeah, and Python version Python modules instead of files. Okay. And also git ignore. Okay. That's it. We switched it to UV. Let's see how it looks on the web. Let's see, pull requests. Oh no, I have to open this from my actual account. So let's see, Python package structure. Okay, so now if I go, let's see if I refresh this. Okay, pretty clean. Well, sort of clean. Yeah, it's pretty clean. Most of the files are moved, except actually for one, which is the wgan thing. Yeah, it has some changes too, but it's fine. Yeah. Okay, and the README is also different, right? Yeah. Let's view the README on the web, actually. View file. Let's see, does this look nice? We strongly recommend using UV for Python. As well, make the code run on Windows. Install UV using the official instructions. Run UV sync to install. That's it. These double instructions look kind of ugly, but I guess we'll deprecate them at some point. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy. So this shows this, we kind of saw how to fiddle a bit with UV. Now, remember, we haven't done the rough thing. It will be hilarious when I do rough. Actually, we can do it right now, so let's see. We'll do it some other time, but if I do UVX rough format and I press the enter key, there's gonna be like thousands of lines changed because the code will look so different. But yeah, that's a topic for another time in this mini Python packaging series. So yeah, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.